We're Gucci. YouTube is up. So we got 4 minutes left till market opens. Let's see. Let me send the news we got for today. So I'm in Pacific time. So this is 3 hours behind, or 3 hours early. So 8:30 a.m. news Eastern time. We got average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate, all red folder. So outside of that, we got nothing to worry about. Pre-market news just released. So we got fat juicy green candle right here. You guys see that? It's causing price to kind of start the subtrend as well. That setup 5 minutes pre-market didn't work out. One good 1 minute chart. Wait, where? There isn't a setup on the. There isn't a setup here. This isn't a valid setup. Are you talking about this? 5 minutes pre-market. We're also scared of pre-market. We're not scared, bro. What's up, IQ? Opening range gap is like 300 points. Yeah, we had a lot of volatility yesterday. How much did we move yesterday? Not that much. Actually, a lot. Sorry, 400 points. We haven't seen these days since like Papa Trump. Hey, have you guys been hearing about that beef? Trump and Elon beef? Like, actually, what is happening? We took a trade yesterday? Yeah. We took two. I sent to the Discord after I was in. Yeah, the W one. It was like 5 minutes, like 10 minutes after we hopped off. Like I was getting ready, I see a setup forming, and I just took it. Or do you have other income sources? Yeah, I mean the only other income source I really have is just my mentorship program, because like that's my paid program. That's the only other thing. But mainly it's trading. You know, I was mad because he went in and did all that cutting of spending, trying to save that, and Trump passed his massive spending bill. Huh? Yeah, cause like I heard the beef. I looked at some of the Twitter shit, but I wasn't going in depth on like what the reason was. USD bill too. Yeah, probably. I don't know. We go chop chop on brother. 20 seconds. Market's opening. We ain't getting no chop, buddy. Okay. Market open pumpy. I want to see price kind of break past this swing high before we took any alligator trades today. So let's see us kind of push past a little bit, and then we can get a pullback play. I keep up with the current events. I got you, W. So let's mark out. Okay, we already broke the swing high. Damn. We're flying. Just on first trade with the AroGator GBP Cheers RW. What was that setup? Let me see. Can you send a screenshot? Also, it probably won't go too heavy of a risk today because it is Friday. We do tend to chop on Fridays, and the strategy isn't crazy effective on Fridays, so we want to go slightly, like, not as heavy. All right, if we do get a green... Okay, never mind, I take it back. I was about to say if we do get a green candle close, we can enter, but we broke the red SMA, so that's a negative sign. What's up, Liwak? Nah, we got news pre-market, like 3 different news. I think it was hourly earnings, unemployment rate, or non-farm employment rate, and employment claims, something like that. And then that's it. We got 3 news pre-market, and that's all we got. Now we just trade our shit. So even though we didn't close below the red SMA here, I don't like to enter because it makes the trade lower quality whenever we wick the red SMA from my experience. Let's print. Yes, sir. Let me see. Wait, where was the trade with the alligator? There was a trade to the downside, but it was a loss. I see. Maybe I have different settings. Nah, it literally pranked us. It looked like we had more volatility like right the first few minutes, but then we ended up just chopping. Maybe we get this. Maybe we get a massive dumpy here. But I'd rather want to go upside because we do have a lot of bullish trend right now. So, you know what? Let's see what the market gives us. We're open to play either trend. I call cap. Sports the market, bro. They prank us all the time. We're used to it. D1 prankster. We're dumping a little bit. Right now, there's no clear direction we want to play in yet. Because we want to play bullish, but we've broke past this previous low as well and below the SMAs. We needed to come all the way back up here for us to want to continue. And if you want to get bearish trade, we got to drop a lot more as well. Come below the 200 SMA. And then maybe we'll get to play later. So, let's see what we get. In the meantime, I'm going to be opening my Clash Royale daily rewards. Ooh, free golden chest. I'll take it. All right. No, yeah, I actually had literally this. If I take off my like session indicator, you can literally like it doesn't even tell that pre-market turned into market. It looks the exact same. What is this bullshit? Practically continuing pre-market. No momentum strat setup. I mean, right now, not yet. There isn't any. Okay, so we're pumping up. Let's make sure we. I want to see it kind of break these highs with strength, just cause like I don't want it to be catching us in some chop and some mean reversion. So we're picking up a little bit of strength to the upside right here. That's nice. All right. We broke the highs. Beautiful. Oh, that was a trade? Nice. 5 minute, 1 minute, this thing also opening up. Yeah, it's good to see we're all in line in the trend. So now we've kind of broken past that high. If we retrace in between the green and red estimate, that'll be a valid entry for us to do, for us to get in off of once we close back out the green estimate after tapping in there. So let's see it happen. Let's see if we get it. Honestly, I'd want to see another like leg up just to be full confirmation, but I'm fine. I'm still gonna take it with this one just lighter. Because it is Friday. I don't want to go too heavy. Fridays aren't our 100 like crazy good days, so we want to be a little risk off in case that we aren't getting the best trade. Just put my position tool in case we're close to getting a setup. Also, Layla, here's the thing with the 5 minute. I haven't seen any sort of significance with the 5 minute, whether we're above or below it, since we're kind of scalping the 30-second time frame. Sometimes even if we're against the 5 minute time frame in terms of the SMA, it's not really like gonna affect our trade too much. Like I haven't seen any sort of significance like with or without the 5 minute. Like I've tracked trades when it's not following it and when it's following it, and it's still like it's kind of even. More so, the 1 minute is more important. What we thinking? So Damala, I'm personally waiting. I want to see price to come retrace into the green SMA and not touch the red SMA, and then get a candle out of the green SMA, and that's gonna be my setup right there. If we do get that, focusing on more of a 15-minute orb strat right now, and just managed to refine 8 backtest to 60% win rate. So let's see how W, bro. What's your average like RR? Like 1-to-1? Fire. That's W. Remember, usually the profitable strategies that are actually consistent long term are the ones that don't have crazy good results, but are also not break even and are a little bit more than just break even. Usually those like what your stat is right now, that's like a good strategy stat. Maybe like a little bit more refining to increase the win rate, that could probably work a little bit, or maybe a trailing like stop loss system, whatever. Just small things to refine it could make it perfect. So someone says it's strategy, bro. If someone says they have like an 80% win rate to 1-to-1, just it's like they might have that for a very short period of time, but it's gonna crash eventually. Like I've had periods where I've had really high win rate and periods where it's low win rate, but that's why you gotta look at the average over a longer period of time. If you track it over across a longer period of time, you'll get a more realistic statistic. It's just people probably have like a really good month and they only show the stat for that month. But you gotta get like a bigger sample size. Everyone has good months, everyone has bad months, but like you gotta look at the average. If I have a month that's slightly in the red and I have a month with like an 80% win rate, if I calculate the average, it's around like let's say like 65, like my actual win rate. So, yeah, small piece of advice. We did kind of get a momentum trade right here just now. Off of this one. Momentum candle. 1-to-1. That looked nice. Yeah, this was a nice momentum candle to take a trade off of. So I should aim for 65%-ish. I think 60% is fine, but it's slightly on the lower end. How many trades do you have, Lee Walk? Those guys didn't look good on the 1 minute intake. So here's the thing with the 1 minute. I only look for 1 minute confirmation with the momentum scalps if the 30-second time frame pullback is too strong. Oh, you trade the 1 minute? Okay. Never mind. I thought you trade 30-second and then use that like 1 minute confirmation thing that I do. Hope this isn't a day when we're gonna hope this isn't what we're gonna do all day trying to get the last winning day. Wait, didn't you already get your last winning day yesterday? Well, that was 4. Monday was first trade on the accounts. Okay. Again, we're still open to that pullback trade, but we just gotta wait. Just gotta stay patient. We can get rid of this bullshit because we ain't going bearish, hopefully. Knock on wood. Trump, don't just flip the market on us. I'm about to just long. Was trading better before Trump? You mean when Biden was president? I mean, majority of the time Biden was president and I was unprofitable. So, that's when things kind of kicked in. Honestly, it's the same. It's kind of the same. My voice. Let me see. Test. It's fine, right? Is there anything? Sounds fine. Sound like AI for a sec. I don't know. Pullback coming. Yeah, we are getting a pullback into the green and red SMA. Let's see what we get here. No, the Google video, those AI videos are actually insane. All right, we're getting real close to that pullback. Tapped in that boy. If we do get this green candle, that'll be our entry point. All right. If we do get this green candle closing out, that'll be our entry point. All right. Lock in. Let's go. All right. And I'm in. Stop loss at the lows. TP at the swing high. Oh my god, I got such a bad fill on that. Are you kidding me? I got such a bad fill on that. I'm so butthurt. I'm so butthurt if this ends up winning. Come on, baby. Bang, baby. Let's go. Let's go. W's in the chat. I'm so mad I got such a bad fill on that. Oh, my God. I got so bad on the fills. But W trade. Let's go. Where'd you get filled? I got filled like almost like a third into this candle. That's the thing. You got to enter like 1 second right before the candle closes. Same. That you guys all got filled, huh? Bad, huh? W first trade to the first of the Friday. Sniper ass trade, yeah. I wish all trades were like this. Like, not crazy a low RR. Because some of the trades are really low RR. That's what causes it to have a low win rate and high risk to reward. Because, like, bro, imagine if all the trades are like this, like 1 to 3.6. We're going to have, like, 5, 6, sometimes 7 losses back-to-back. But, like, if we get 2 wins back-to-back, that covers all 7 losses. Okay, we might get a tap into the SMAs again, so that's going to also qualify for a second trade as well. All right, boys, we're going to get maybe a second trade as well. So if we do get this a bullish candle out, I'm going to enter that. Okay. Which setting for alligators, please? If you go to the trading chat, Hamza, if you go to the trading chat, it says there. Real quick, I'll show you right here. Change the teeth length and the lips length to 13 and 8. Make sure these two are correct. That's all you want to make sure, because everything else is the same. And make sure on style you have the jaw setting turned off. All right. So if this candle closes out, I'm happy to enter. I'm happy to enter if it closes out. If this closes out as well, I'm happy to enter. But it's got to be a minimum of 1 to 1. Minimum of 1 to 1. And it's not closing. Yeah, not in on that one. If this next one closes, well, we gotta get in on that one. If that one closes, I'll get in. And is it closing? No, it's not closing. Damn, stop that on my first trade. It is what it is. Okay, are we getting the close here? If we get this close, I'm in. Alright, I'm in. Stops at the low point of that pullback. TP at the swing high. Letting that bad boy be. Damn. We surged down. Is he getting a stop out? Yeah, we're out on that one. That was a loss right there. We got W and an L. That's kind of choppy. It is a little bit choppy, but that still doesn't like stop me from wanting to take the trade. Because we gotta be a little more mechanical with it. But yeah, we also broke below the red SMA, so we're gonna need this to break past these highs for us to continue back up. Is your profit less when it's choppy? I actually haven't seen too much of a correlation with that, but yeah. I don't know why it is 200. So since we did break below the red SMA, we're gonna need to like reset, come back up, all over again. Trade one less choppy. Yeah, I mean, if there is I haven't seen too much of a correlation, but I am keeping an eye out on it. But if you guys want to kind of avoid that chop, you can like obviously do so. Just don't trade whenever we start getting a lot of like back and forth movement. Mr. Monkey's crazy. So I got double a loss so far. Let's keep this going. Let's see what we get for the rest of the day. Damn, we're falling. We got a perfect setup just before. We did actually. I was actually going over that with the chat. We got a beautiful setup before market open right here. Off of this continuation. It actually looked really nice. Wicked out the NTP. Were you going short? Or were you trading? You were trading something else, or are you trading NQ? What's gold look like? So choppy. Gold short. Yeah, we dumped a little too much. You guys see it come back. What's ES doing? ES looks like it had a failed setup right here. ES looks like it has some cleaner trend though. Oh, but I'm on the 1 minute, that's why. All right, little quick rally back up. Let's see it break past these highs. Damn, we're already at 10 a.m. It's been 30 minutes since market open. Come on, don't start chopping us right now. Okay, Friday, baby. We usually start chopping around here, so let's see what happens. If we do get chop or we get a trade. Wait, what happened to Tesla yesterday? I'm curious. Jesus Christ, Tesla tanked 15%. Oh my god. That's insane. Tesla tanked so hard. It says Tesla erased $152 billion in value. Well, that's crazy. That's a rip. The largest single day market cap hit in the company's history. All while Elon and Trump are lobbing Epstein Island type insults at each other. That's what happens when you go on a clash with Trump. No, actually, though. Again, we need this bad boy to get a nice rippy to the upside. Because we are kind of retracing a little strong for me personally. Since we broke past the red SMA. We want to see it push past this. And then retrace. And continue up. After we tap into the green SMA again. So let's wait for that. How many contracts you trade with? Honestly, it depends on the size of the trade. It can be literally anywhere from 1 mini to 4 minis. 4 minis is usually if my stop loss is really, really small. Like, not that big. But it varies between there. Come on, market. Give us some direction, bro. What you doing? All right. We're just getting a bunch of chop. All right, now we're getting some movement to the upside. Is this gonna be the start? Oh, never mind. I just spoke too soon, bro. IQ, why are you pranking me, bro? Why are you pranking me? Nah, actually, what is this 30-second chart? Dog. Doji Maximus, bro. Dookie as price action. So again, we're gonna wait till price breaks past this swing high up here because we're in a pretty far retracement and we're really choppy right now. So we want to get some strength to the upside, break past the current pretty much high of the day, the current swing high, and see if market's gonna give us a move off that. All right, now we're dumping hard as hell. Did Trump tweet something? Hey, yo. Fed Bowman speaking. I wonder why I wasn't on the Forex Factory. Probably because it was low impact. Let me see. Yeah, Fed member Bowman and we got Fed member Harker speaking later today at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. Mr. Bowman, please move the market for us. Mr. Bowman. I've also been catching better subs outside New York session. Yeah, everyone like trades outside New York session recently. I don't know why. They trade Asia session, PM New York session. Like, I don't know. But I've been doing fine now. I'll have to take a look like later to see how the strategy performs there. What's up, D-Lighty? 9:30 to 12:30 PST. What, is that the time you trade? Is this the only strategy you've ever traded with, or have you tried others before? If so, how do they compare, and what was your experience with them? Yeah, Hamza. So I traded before this. I traded a momentum trend following strategy, which also I really love that strategy as well. Only issue with that strategy is the fact that it is what's it called? It's a little more subjective and requires more discretion. So you need to build experience with that strategy and learn how to identify the setups. But with this one, it's more of a mechanical version of that strategy, so you guys can learn it and not have to like potentially like make any subjective errors or as much as the other one. And the win rate is not as high, but the average risk to reward is higher. So like it has like around like a 1.7 average risk to reward with a 60% win rate, or maybe even slightly less than that, but around like a 60% win rate. But that's this strategy right here. The momentum strategy that I use, the momentum scalps, I use it has like a 65% win rate with a 1 to 1.5 RR. And what's it called? I also trade another way more discretionary strategy called the momentum micro scalps, which I haven't done like recently at all, but because it requires like a lot of focus and like actually being locked into the charts. But that one, I'm not sure about the statistics behind it really, because that one I developed through like kind of also forward testing as well. So don't know the true statistic behind it, but it's an average. It's a 1-to-1 RR. There's not really anything like else to it. So I'm sure it probably is like a 65% win rate around there. So I have like three strategies that I use, like, or three main strategies right now. I've also dabbled in like SMC in the past. I know a lot of traders also trade SMC, but I've dabbled in with that. Found some like consistency. I passed some fundeds, but like I don't know. SMC is it's a little, sometimes it gets a little too overcomplicated. I ended up overcomplicating it, and that's why I stopped using it. 13 EMA supporting us on the 5 minute right now. Yeah, I'd assume so. It looks like it. Even though I don't have it on my chart, I could tell it's there. Yeah, that's the thing with more mechanical strategies, Hamza. When it's more mechanical, there's less room for discretion to play, which can be good and bad. Sometimes discretion can be helpful because it allows you to get that boost in like extra decision making, to allow kind of your subconscious like brain to detect patterns that maybe you can't think of like off the top of your head like logically, and that could boost your trading. But it also opens up a hole for you to potentially let your emotion come into play, and it could be disguised as your discretion, but it's realistically just emotion that's causing you to take a bad trade, because you might lose a trade based off of like a discretional choice you make, and you're like, oh, my discretion got me, I should have just followed, I shouldn't have listened to my discretion, whatever. But then that's just your emotion, right? Like it opens that room up. So it's like, it's kind of, sometimes you might have an error because of the discretion, but it's really just emotion. And with a mechanical strategy, you won't have that issue. But with a mechanical strategy, you don't have like that room for like letting your kind of brain make a decision last minute. Discretion just means like you're using your intuition and kind of your like subconscious brain that detects like patterns to allow you to make like a choice on whether or not like good trade or bad trade, or you should take a trade or not. So like sometimes our brain like detects patterns that we just can't like put into like logical statements because it's just not like logical like that. It's a pattern that like our subconscious brain realizes, and that's like what your intuition kind of leverages, or that's what your intuition builds. Like if you tell someone, "Oh, the setup's not that good. I don't like how it looks right now," and they can't really explain why, or like it doesn't really make sense to you why, then it's their intuition that like makes sense to them. It's not really, you're not able to explain it. It's just you've seen the pattern happen so many times, and just the way everything's forming up, the way everything's looking, it's not like quite right. And then if you not taking the trade because of that, that's you using your discretion. It's not really a set in stone rule. It's a discretion you made, like a discretionary choice. That, yeah, exactly. That's the thing with ICT, because there's so many concepts with ICT. Eventually, one you can always make a reason why one of them. Oh, I didn't look for this SMT. Oh, I didn't notice this order block. Oh, I didn't notice this breaker block. Whatever. And like, there's so many things you can like blame on why you lost, and it seems like, oh, now if I include that, I'll be a winner. But then you start to add more and more stuff, and you go under the route of analysis paralysis. And a year down the line, you realize ICT was a waste of your time and a learning lesson that you should have learned. That was me kind of with SMC, but I realized it like quick. Cause like I was learning SMC, and then I was like kind of dabbling into the ICT shit. Cause I like learned about breaker blocks and whatever. But I was like, bro, I'm overcomplicating this shit, bro. Don't need to like add so many different fucking confirmations. You just need to build something simple, refine it, optimize it, and that's it. You don't need to overcomplicate. Even if it can even be a simple ICT concept strategy, which I know some traders have as well. Like maybe even in here are trading. You can even trade simple ICT concepts. It's just the fact that keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate. I would obviously recommend straying away to like a lot from not a lot, but at least straying away from building off of ICT concepts. Try other stuff first. But if you really see that ICT concepts actually work for you, then go ahead and try it. By all means. But don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to like add a new confirmation every time you take a loss, thinking that the new confirmation was the reason why you lost. Or not having the new confirmation was the reason why you lost. Doug, we're actually so choppy. We're actually so choppy. You know what? I might call it pretty soon, because dude, Fridays are just so shit. Especially like with this price action, Dookie. I was planning on being here till like 11 a.m., but it's so bad. That's because if I get an order block, just, oh yeah. Yeah, anytime you take a loss on like a live stream, you'll see a TikTok trader, a TikTok ICT trader saying, "Oh, you lost because that fair value gap. You lost because that breaker block, that order block down there, bro. That's why you lost, bro. You suck at trading, bro. I would have taken that. ICT has been doing really good for me. Blah blah blah." Everyone, you ask anyone who trades ICT, they'll say, "Oh, ICT is doing good for me." And then you tell them to explain like, have they got payouts and what's their progress, and they're like, "Oh no, it's just helping me read the market better." It's not, bro. You're just overcomplicating. You're trying to make sense out of every candle. PI has been garbage for weeks. I'm green on the day for the day, so I'll close out as well. Take it easy. Of course, brother. Take care, man. Yeah, we don't want to force our setups in bad price action, and just knowing Fridays are not the best days to trade the strategy. So we might wrap it up a little bit early and call things off. So, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up for this week. At least we ended up around break even for the day. All right, let me show you guys the PNL. So we did, yeah, literally right around break even. On the day off these two trades. So it is what it is. And we are dumping pretty, like, okay. No, that's actually funny. As soon as I want to hop off, we're getting some movement. I mean, we might reverse here because this is where all these lows are. At this point, start becoming a zone trader, bro. Okay, we're back at our zone on our support. Okay, we have no, we actually have like a zone right here, bro. What the hell? Just rejecting off here, bro. I've been in NQ long the last 30 minutes. That's funny. But anyways, guys, we're going to wrap things up early. Hopefully, if you guys are still trading, use risk management. Every time you guys are trading, imagine Papa Aro's like on your shoulder watching you trade. So don't make any bullshit mistakes. Don't be doing anything bad. Follow risk management. Follow your rules. Follow your strategy. Y'all know what you need to do, okay? Don't overtrade. If there's no setup, hop off. It's Friday. Even if you're really close to passing your eval or your challenge account, who cares, brother? Who cares? The market's still open. Just don't rush the process, bro. If you rush the process will rush you and you lose money in a fast way. All right? If it loses them 0-2 and cooked by Friday, hey, it is what it is. As long as you follow the rules, it's okay. Maybe if you see Fridays are not good for you, Blake, then maybe you can hop off on Fridays. Yeah, I see we're kind of pushing up though, a little bit. Hope it prints for you though. Hopefully it prints. Oh yeah, you're right. Friday is the days you're home. But yeah, guys. Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all Monday morning. All right? Monday we have market, I believe. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Peace out, everybody. Stay blessed, y'all. Good luck, y'all. Take care. I really forgot to end the YouTube, bro. Hold up. Hold up. Take care, YouTube. I'll catch y'all on the Discord Monday morning. Join in for those streams, guys. Let's get it.